Women's football in South Africa is something that we rarely talk about on a daily basis. Of course, we focus on these bigger teams, which is the men. But then today, join me as I talk about the history of women's football in South Africa. Welcome back to my channel. This is Giffy TV. My name is Giffy. I am a sports rookie that doesn't know so much about sports, but I would like to talk about things that get me here and there. If it's your first time being here, thank you for coming. And if you've been here before, hmm, thank you for showing up and being loyal. Is it loyalty? I don't know. But then let me just dive into what we are talking about today. I have my book right here. I did the research that I could because it's so hard to dig out South Africa's women's football history. So before I go any further, let me drink water. Well, let's look into the debut, not the debut, the establishment of South African's women's football. It was discovered in the 1970s, that's what they say. But Banyana Banyana was formed in 1993, which is a very huge year gap if you look at it, because from the 1960s um, to how they are. Did I say 70s or 60s or 1960s? That's when it was formed. Excuse me, 1960s, and then only when Banyana started being active in 1993. The first league that was in South Africa, which focused more on the women's football. It was just don't get me wrong, people are just effing around with football, and it was around the 1970s. So I guess people that born they were born in the 1940 something are the ones who really took part in those uh, games at the time. So Banyana's first coach was Terry Payne. He is an Englishman that he used to play football as well. So I don't know if he moved to South Africa or what, but then when he started coaching Banyana, the only players that you can find information on right now is of course Desiree Ellis, the coach of Banyana, and Anna Monate. She is a soccer analyst. I see her mostly on TV when I'm watching women's football. And then there used to be key players like Cabo Zita, as well as the first captain of Banyana. Her name is Anthea Child. When I tried to dig up some information regarding Anthea Child, not much of what happened to her. I don't know if she's still alive or what, but she was the first captain. Apparently, she used to be a good player, very skillful and all that. Then, when we look into the other players that we might still be able to look into the history when concerning women's football in South Africa, we have Kawo Judith Zita. Well, she used to play for Sundowns. That's when she got her first chance to play for a bigger team, because in her words she used to practice with men just to get the thing going. Even in this day, it still happens. We see a lot of girls still practicing with boys so that they can be able to play soccer. You understand? So the gap is still there, but then it has been bridged over the years when we look into South African women's football. So Kabo Zita, she used to play for Sundowns, and that with that she said she is grateful for the opportunity to have represented Mamelodi Sundowns, because they are one of the first teams to take South African women's football very seriously. And then right now, she has been given an opportunity to uh, raise the South African Women's League, or maybe what's this? I can't find the right word. I can't. Industry. Yes. Industry. So with her, she is a coach. She coaches and she mentors younger girls that would like to get into sport in this day and age. So with this is that we also have Anna Monate. Anna Monate is one person that I usually see, like I mentioned. So Anna Monate is one of the founding members of Banyana, and she used to play as a midfielder, meaning she knows that stomach there, that it really, yeah. And in this day and age, we've seen a coach. She holds an A license coaching badge, and she also big teams such as Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, TUT, UJ. So in the Hollywood women's Hollywood Beds rather Hollywood Beds Women's League in South Africa currently. And then we look at the most valuable player in South African women football at this point is Desiree Ellis, our coach. That is the current coach of Banyana Banyana. She used to play as a midfielder and she used to wear the jersey number 6. Played for bigger clubs at that time, and then the teams that she used to play for are Athlone Celtic, Joyce's United, Spare Ladies, you name them. And she also has the experience of playing overseas, such as Ireland as well as England. Oh, in the England, I don't know if it's England, but then in the European countries there. And then one thing about Desiree Ellis is that she scored a hat trick at the age of 30. The first ever game Banyana Banyana played against Swatini, Desiree Ellis got the hat trick. Fine, so that's how she is, and she used to be she used to be part of the team that were runners up at the 2002 African Women's Championships, which is now we can call it the WAFCON. And then she also won the COSAFA Cup in 2002. What? Really? Why am I surprised? Like I didn't do the research. Really, yeah. So many of these women that used to play football back then, they're not in the spotlight because they're not provided the same resources as the men or as the ones that are playing at this moment. And then if you are young like me, you might probably know Amanda Dlamini. Snekuku Dlamini is one of the players that, I don't know, when I was young I used to see her a lot on TV. When they say Banyana Banyana, I used to see her, but I wasn't really familiar with her. So but then now I have grown. I know how she is, and I know how like what impact she had in the women's football thing. So Banyana Banyana's player Amanda Dlamini, she achieved success with the team at the 2010 and 2012 Africa Women's Championships, WAFCON, and they have won bronze and a silver medal between those two competitions. And Amanda is one person that at this point she is a well-renowned soccer analyst, and she is the first woman to actually to be a commentator at the AFCON. Clock that. South African first woman to be a commentator at the AFCON, which really shows that we are developing. As much as Africa has to still to catch up, but Amanda is one person to look up to. Yeah, look up to if you are young and you're trying to get into these spaces, because at this time she is an ambassador of Jockey South Africa, and she also used to be a captain for Banyana Banyana. So South African Women's Football League, it's really tricky. So there used to be a league, Interprovincial Women's Championship, which was founded in the 1970s till 1990, followed by SAFA Women's Championship, which started in 2001 till 2019. And then the third league that we had is Sasol Women's National League, which is still present till today, but then it's not the league that is up there. So that is the second division of the South African Women's League. So 2009 till 2019, it was Sasol League. And then the current league that we are looking at is the Hollywood Beds Soccer League. But then let me just break down how it is right now. What we do have is that we do have divisions, which is your Sasol League, which is at the bottom, and then we also have your, what do you call, your Hollywood Beds Soccer League. So with the Sasol League, it has 2 tiers. So it takes place provincially, meaning that each and every province, we do know that we do have provinces in South Africa. So if you're not South African, you're trying to understand what is a province. It's the state. Yeah, some people call it a state. So in those provinces, we have teams that play regionally, and then the one that wins them, the provincial league, they would get a chance to present their province at a national level. The top 2 teams that win those leagues, or the win that participate in this league, and then they get the most points, it happens that they will be promoted to the Hollywood Women's League. And then the bottom 2 that are in the Sasol League, they go back to that back. You understand? They have to go start from the back, not beginning, but from the back. So that's how it really works with the Sasol League. Then we also have the Hollywood Bets Super League. Excuse me. What happens with the Hollywood Bets League is that it has 16 teams, just like the Women's League. We have teams that as big as Mamelodi Sundowns as well as TS Galaxy participating in those. And then it has been proven that our South African football is not really at that stage because most of the teams that are taking part in the league are university teams. So let me break it down to you. This is how it's going down. So these are the teams that are in the Hollywood Bet Super League. All of them. So ranking from the lowest to the highest as I'm showing this video. So number 16 we have Devon Ladies. Number 15 we have Royal AM Ladies. Number 14 we have Richmond United. Number 13 we have UWC. Number 12 we have First Touch Ladies Academy. And then number 11 we have City Lads. Number 10 we have University of Cape Town. Number 9 we have University of Pretoria. You see, the universities are a lot. So and then number 8 we have Ezemvelo Women's Football Club. Number 7 we have Copperbelt. And number 6 we have University of Johannesburg. Number 5 we have JWC. Number 4 we have University of Fort Hare. And number 3 we have UT Football Club. Number 2 we have TS Galaxy. And number 1 we have Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies. So with the league right now, it just happens that Mamelodi Sundowns and TS Galaxy are the top 2 in the league. The only difference is just 1 point. Mamelodi Sundowns is like 41 and then TS Galaxy is like 40. So and when we check at this table, it just happens that most teams have played quite a number of games, which Sundowns and TS Galaxy Ladies have to catch up to. So they both have played 17 matches, but then they have a lot to catch up with in terms of the league. So at this point, it has been proven that since 2019, Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies have been dominating. They won the league ever since. But then at this time, it looks like TS Galaxy, they are really to be the contenders for the title. So that's how it stands here today. That's it for now. I will be ready to do a part 2 if you guys enjoyed this information. I hope you guys subscribe, like, and all of these things. From me, Kipile, I am saying bye bye. I'll see you next time.